right now. Eyewitness Sports.
Another day means we had another opportunity for sectional play. Today was all baseball as the final two banners were claimed tonight in Class D and Class C. In the Class D final, Oriskany makes a return trip to the state tournament after they beat McGraw. The Skyhawks extended their winning streak to 15 after they tied the game at 2-all in the third. The Skyhawks scored 4 more unanswered runs. In the 7th, McGraw could only salvage 1 more run before the game ended with a final score of 6-3. In Class C, the Notre Dame Jugglers played a team that's playing like there's no tomorrow, and that's because there really isn't one for the Bishop Grimes Cobras. The school merges with Bishop Ludden next year. The Cobra season stays alive after a hard-fought 7-6 win over the Jugglers. The Cobras started off fast with 4 runs in the bottom of the first and led all the way through until the 5th when the Jugglers tied the game. They lost the lead briefly in the 6th, but they reclaimed it with what ended up being the game-winning runs in the bottom of the 6th. The soccer tournament begins on Wednesday, and a familiar face will be playing alongside some serious star power. Utica City FC forward Gordy Gerson has been named to Pat McAfee's CONCACAF soccer club team, according to an announcement last week. Gerson will join several MASL stars, including Zach Riggett of the Kansas City Comets and Ian Bennett of the Milwaukee Wave, as players alongside McAfee. Another player familiar to Utica fans will be former UCFC player Stefan Mijatovic, who currently plays with Riggett on the Kansas City Comets. Gerson played in 11 games last season for Utica City, scoring 13 goals and 21 points for the city. Gerson and the rest of CONCACAF SC will begin their group stage games on June 4th when they play 2 games against Wrexham Red Dragons at 10 a.m. and Real Atletico at 6:30 p.m. In addition to Gerson, 12 other Utica players will be heading to Cary, North Carolina for the soccer tournament. Among them, top scorer Nilton DeAndre will be playing for West Ham United's team. 3 others, including captain Nate Bordeaux, will be playing for Borussia Dortmund's team, while head coach Everton Moreira will be coaching 3 of his players on the Drunken Monkeys team. Following their Eastern Conference Finals exit to the Indiana Pacers in Game 6, the New York Knicks announced today that they fired coach Tom Thibodeau after 5 seasons, according to ESPN's Shams Charania. Thibodeau led the Knicks to back-to-back 51 seasons for the first time since 1995 and led the Knicks to their deepest playoff run in 25 years, including getting by last year's NBA champion Boston Celtics. The Knicks will now be in the coaching search as the draft is at the end of this month and free agency is now a month away. And the Buffalo Bills are still in OTAs this week, and offensive coordinator Joe Brady addressed the media before practice. So for more, we'll send it out to Josh Reed in Orchard Park.
I know what a lot of people are wondering, and no, Josh Allen was not at OTAs. Of course, he had a pretty busy weekend with the wedding, so he was not here for practice, but that didn't stop us from asking Joe Brady about his quarterback. Of course, Joe and Josh have worked together now for several years, so how does he keep the message fresh with his MVP?
Our approach is you don't get to pick up where you left off, and we really don't want to, and so Josh kind of embodies that. We're starting over from when it's install 1, it's the most basics, and we have to master the system at every level. And so sometimes you think you know everything, and then if you really humble yourself to like just, hey, starting over, there's always little things that you can pick up. There's always elements of the offense. And then, with a guy like Josh, you get the MVP, you're trying to just continue to challenge him in ways and he wants it all, but every year is a new year. We kind of just start over, and he embraces that and kind of rolls with it. So it makes it easy.
And Josh wasn't the only starter on offense who wasn't here for voluntary OTAs. Running back James Cook was not on hand for practice. Joe Brady was asked about Cook not being here and said, look, I'm excited to work with James when he's back in Buffalo, but for now, it's a good opportunity for the running backs who are at practice. For Inside the Buffalo Huddle, I'm Josh Reed.
I'm super excited for this season, but for now, that's all I've got for Eyewitness Sports tonight. I'm Dorian Alerte. Back to you, Thomas.
Thank you, Dorian. Coming up next after the break, President Trump and China's President Xi are expected to speak sometime this week amid the trade war between the two countries. News Nation's chief Washington correspondent Blake Berman has more on what both countries are doing to gain the upper hand in tonight's Political Minute.